Starting university or college can be the most stressful thing in a person's life. Can you imagine starting that college, university, or secondary school in the year 2020? The year in which we have seen so much strange things happen in our world. Please stay tuned. African at the Hub. Today's episode is a Q&A on preparing to go to college or university. Okay, so the first question is from Jada. Maybe you should show your face. No? Okay, come on, ask your first question.
Going to college or university, what advice do you have for me and all my friends or people going to college or university for the first time?
The first advice that I have for you is that you need to seek counsel. Walk into guidance office, walk into student services, walk into administration or whichever office that can be of support to you. Seek help for courses, get all your questions answered. You know, the real truth is that you are growing, you are maturing, so you need to put away shyness, you need to advocate for yourself, put away timidity. No need to be timid as a university or college student. Follow up on courses that you are not interested in. So say if you choose a course, like I would take myself for example, I was in a program that I wasn't enjoying too much when I was doing my undergrad. What I did was switch courses. The program that I ended up with was not what I first entered university for. So you have that flexibility. From the very first week of class, ask questions in class, or there's no need to carry your questions home. See the professors right after lectures. If you are shy to speak up in lectures, go meet up with the professor. They are always there to help. Most professors will give themselves extra time after lectures to answer students' questions. Get your name in their ears or in their head. Let them know who you are, because some lectures will have like 200 students. And so you want to make yourself known right away, immediately, that this is who I am, this is my name, and I have this question, and so on and so forth. Now with pandemic, there will be so many courses that are online. Advice for online courses is that keep up with a schedule. Find someone that you can be accountable to, not just a professor. Find a friend who is in the same program with you. That person can be your check-in buddy, that you can check in and make sure you are on pace with your course. Your parents can be your check-in buddy as well. Make sure that they are keeping you in check. And then the other most important thing is the professors are just emails away. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions.
So how was friendship for you in university?
You know, I told you many times, friendship was one of the hardest thing that I experienced. I entered the lecture hall, I'm all okay because I'm there for, that's why I came there. So making friends was hard. You may find it difficult depending on who you are or your personality. I know you guys are young. You will find some young people who are also interested to make friends with you. But if they are not interested to make friends with you, you have to make yourself available. Friendship goes both ways. Don't cry or fall behind with schoolwork because you have no friends. You know, I've seen students walk into how do you call it? They walk into the washrooms and writing things on the stalls, the washroom stalls, how unfriendly people are or how worried they are that they have no friends. It happens. Even everyone needs a friend. Relationship is so crucial for all of us. So socializing is a big deal in school, but don't base your whole school life or university experience on the fact that you have no friend. For friendship, you will always make friends. If it doesn't happen the first semester or second semester, the fourth or third semester is there. When the lecturer or professor is not in yet, you can talk to the person sitting beside you or next to you. Let them hear your voice. Ask questions. Ask anything. Talk about the weather. Talk about what you saw on your way to the lecture hall. It's just human nature that we interact with other people. The other thing about friends too is that there were so many clubs. that I could have joined, but I did not join any club, and that was not right. That didn't work well for me. In almost every school have clubs. If there's no club, form one, create one for yourself, find one or two students and let them join your club. Join the club. Make sure you join at least one club.
So in university, what kept you going overall? How did you manage to finish university?
Maybe you should come in the video and ask a question, Jada. Well, what kept me going was prayer. You know that I pray a lot, right? This is what kept me focused. And when I pray, I feel good about the situation in which that I find myself. Prayer makes the workload, the school workload, easier for me. Prayer helps me to see my own weaknesses and try to be better than I was yesterday. So I use prayer to know that I'm not alone. That I have a friend who is bigger and greater than who I am or than the friends that I have. I pray to God. You have to find something that grounds you. You have to find something that helps you. If it's a sport or any form of activity that would take away the stress or anxiety or whatever it is that you're going through, you need to find something to help you cope. Of course, whatever helps you cope should be positive, because anything negative will actually make the situation worse. Exercise is good. I've used exercise to also help me cope with stress and to manage and find my way through university or college. So yes, you have to find something that if it's music, if it's any form of activity which will ground you. The other thing that kept me going was the realization that at the end of it, I am getting a degree and going to do something with my life. You know, university is the best thing that you can do for yourself. So always look for the end goal. The end goal was always one thing that kept me going.
Final question. Any extra advice for us?
In terms of any extra advice, I would say never enter a lecture hall without reading ahead of time. Read your notes. Read the work you did the previous week before the previous lecture, before going to that same lecture hall again. If the lecture hall says economics, what you did last week in economics, read it before you go back into that lecture hall. Keep yourself up to date. It's not a joke. I'm telling you, you think you are smart, there's always going to be someone who is extra smarter than you are. There's always going to be someone who is less smarter than you are. So it's a whole long spectrum of people coming into the same lectures, coming into the same school. Don't joke with reading. I'm telling you, read your lecture notes. If you have nothing to read, borrow a storybook from the school library. Keep your mind active. Read your notes before you go in. It makes the lecture so sweet. It helps you to follow everything that the professor is saying. And by reading ahead, it helps you to know what questions to ask. As soon as the professor starts lecturing, you will have questions in mind, questions to bridge the gap between what you read and what you are hearing from the professor. All right, so keep yourself up to date. Read before you go in the lecture hall. Some universities do so well by providing physical means like a relaxing place or a prayer room where you can go and relax or pray. And some even have like comforting animals, where like dogs, where you can go and pet them if you are feeling down. These are things that some universities will have in place for students who are going through tough times, meaning mental health concerns. So if you find yourself struggling mentally, you need to seek help immediately. Talk to your family, talk to a counselor, talk to a support person at the school or in your home community. The other extra advice that I'll add to that has to do with plagiarism. Oftentimes, students present work that are not their own, thinking that they are behind with studying, so they just copy and send to professors. Plagiarism is a crime. If you copy anything from online, if you take any work from online, make sure you give credit to who wrote the work. It just shows how much you read anyway. So give credit to people's work that you take from online. Plagiarism is wrong. It's a crime. That's one of the last thing that I want to add. It hasn't been an easy 2020 for us. I wish you all the best for 2020 school year. Stay strong. You can do it. At the end of the day, you'll be finished with a degree in your hand. Show enthusiasm in research. Show enthusiasm in your work. Congratulations in gaining admission. All the best for the year. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching Africana the Hub. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click on that subscription button and subscribe. Thank you again for watching Africana the Hub. Bye-bye.